There's a bet out there that if I cry, there's a bunch of people right now that are going to drink a beer. It was 2012. A bunch of friends wanted to open up a box. They wanted it to be more than, say, drinking beers. They wanted it to be more than a place that they did exercise. 2013, started exercising together. 2014, we opened an affiliate. We had a great mission statement. We had vision. We had no idea what the fuck we were doing. We didn't know how to run a business. We didn't know how to coach. Anybody sign up to be a CrossFit coach, vibes, movement, and have no idea that they were actually a fitness trainer? Nobody? You're all exercise science majors? Kinesiology? Yes? No. I didn't know body mechanics. I was a paramedic. The person that the doctor was referencing, flying through the sky, seeing people on their worst moment, that's me. I'm incredibly good at seeing you on your worst day. But I was watching people die. Fatigue would set in. I was still coaching. I'm okay at it. Got my level 1, got my level 2, cruising. Fatigue was setting in. Then it happened. My life changed. On May 7th, 2018, my father got into a motorcycle accident and died. My father was gone. I'm from New England. Hours later, I was on a plane with my small family and my 2-year-old son. May 9th, I had his birthday, my Aunt Simone's house. A couple of days after that, I'm standing in front of a room of people. My father was a good man. Dealt with the homeless, preacher type. And I had to get up there and talk. I was the last one that was supposed to speak, and I stand up. But before I can get up there, a homeless woman gets up, grabs the mic from the pews, starts telling a story about my dad I've never heard before. Hey, Don, why do you work at the homeless shelter? You don't look like the type of person that needs to work at a homeless shelter. Says, I do it for the can eyes. Hey, Dad, can I borrow the car? Hey, Dad, can I get $10? Those can eyes, that story, if I had just called my dad more often, I would have had the opportunity to hear them. So in that moment, I knew that I had to change how I communicated. I needed to know that I had always heard what needed to be said, and I had always said what was on my heart. Gabby and I have always been a member and a thing within Mid-State CrossFit. Matter of fact, in the early years, we lended them a large sum of money to keep the affiliate open. My wife is a very accomplished accountant working in nonprofits for emergency medicine. I, a paramedic, obviously. And we were in it. We were all in. But we didn't own it. We didn't have the final say. Eventually, we had the opportunity to partner with the original owners. 2019, we became the managing owners. And in this very convenient time to purchase a small business, January 1st, 2020, we became the outright owners of Mid-State CrossFit. Finally, we're going to leave the ship. Finally, we're going to have this good business mentality. We're going to have this badass community. And 77 days later, I closed my business. We opened up a few weeks later illegally. Working a speakeasy. Complete radio silence to the community. Had a cop come in. I'm a first responder. People know my name. Hey, what's up, Jose? My sergeant said I had to come. Hey, man, you want a fit aid? No, I'm good. We operated like that for years. But through COVID, I learned how to manifest this superpower of saying things when I needed to say them. And I just started texting my members. I started to own the idea that I am influencing my members as their coach. I have a question. Who here has been the third person to realize someone was pregnant? I mean the woman, then the doctor, maybe not in that order, and then you. Full extension of the elbow. You are already their confidant. You are already their coach. They care deeply about what you do for them. So communicate that. Create systems and processes in which you are becoming the mentor. CrossFit.com is a place that your members is not going to, but they are definitely going to midstateCrossFit.com. They want to see the workout today. They want to see what the movement mechanics look like, and the coaches want to see them move well. But you're the owner. You're the subject matter expert. How do you manifest that to turn them on fire about your gym? Diablo, 346, Calaveras. How do you turn your CrossFit gym into the subject matter experts locally? Let's indulge. Who here has felt that you had coaches, but not a team? Full extension of the elbow. Me too. You're their coach. You're their mentor. They want to see you move well. They want to see how you teach. How do you want this to be done? Communicate with them. Let them know, hey, when you've got them in dip drive, do that slow. And then go dip drive fast. And then go dip drive punch, just like we were taught at every level 2. So now we're going to just manifest that. We're going to go into the level 1 and the level 2 with new eyes. We're going to look into the journal. We're going to go into YouTube just like it was 2012. Do you remember 2012? It was fucking awesome. We were renegades, all right? Look at this freaking thing. That is homemade, welded together pull-up bar shit right there. That is so cool. I know that Rogue makes everything so pretty and awesome and so easy to get bumper plates now, but you ever drop 225 on the iron because you couldn't pick it up? Oh, it feels so good to be so dangerous. How often are you reaching out to these people? Why not? Who here has not talked to somebody because they thought if they did communicate, they would cancel their membership? Freaking full extension of the elbow, bro. All right, so I argue this to you. If you hit them with, hey, how you been? Dude, I saw your push press the other day. So good. Hey, I loved how you taught hollow body. Hey, I can't believe you got your first pull-up. Do you realize you just got 2 double unders? If you message these things to your members, I guarantee what they will be is seen and heard. Seen and heard. They don't know why they came to CrossFit. They have no idea. They just know that their cousin has lost 100 pounds, their A01C, they don't even know what that is better. They've come off medication, and for whatever reason, they're happier. Odd. So they come to you. Greet them at the door. Hit them with a smile. Hey, my name's Brian. We're going to see CrossFit. Let me show you where the bathrooms are. As opposed to, and we've all had this experience, I'd love to do a drop-in at a CrossFit. No one's going to greet me. Got it. Where do I get that waiver? How do I find a pen to sign this waiver? This iPad's gross. Who's fixing this keyboard? There's 4 ways that I communicate with my members. Can I have an expo pen? There's 4 ways that I communicate with my members. I communicate with my members through calls to action, kudos, check-ins, and celebrations. All of my messages are sent to me as in, please go ahead and text Craig Howard, through program management systems. They're all free on the internet. It's called Todoist or Trello, or if you Google those, their competitors will also come up. And it looks something like this. They joined the gym. Hi, Craig. On day 1, day 2, day 7, day 15, day 21, day 28, so on and so forth, until they get to 180 days. And then after that, every 30 days. Ideally, I'm talking and doing some sort of coaching feedback with my coaches quarterly. And in an ideal scenario, each one of them getting a little something something once a week. So let's say that Craig Howard's name comes up. Let's go through it. Hey, Craig, great job last week for coming to class 3 times. That's the sweet spot. This week, let's aim for 4. Fuck it. Let's make committed club. And it's me, so I'll literally write fuck it. Or I'll say something like kudos. Gabby, great job yesterday doing, I don't know, something. Can you believe it's been 50 days? There's no way you would have known you were going to do that. If I told you you were going to do that, you wouldn't believe me. Because that is true. That's how profound, even poorly done CrossFit is. You know it. You've had a bad class, right? And then somebody comes up to you and is like, that was the best class I ever had. You're like, that was hot trash. That was poor group management. Or somebody pulls it off, and you're like, or they pull away. You don't know why. You do a check-in. Hey, Enith, I haven't seen you in a little while, because I checked, because we keep track of attendance. This is a true story. Hey, I'm pregnant. How many people know? You. All right? I'm their confidant. I also find out when they have heart attacks, when their dad gets cancer, when there's an abortion, when there's a miscarriage. I find out when people are dealing with education needs, or they need to step away because life has changed for them. All right? Here's the hold form. I'll see you when you get here. And they stay on the list. They canceled. They stay on the list. There's some people that canceled, they don't stay on the list. We don't want that one. You know who you are. Or it's a celebration. I'm a 10-year affiliate. Hey, Cliff. Cliff is 70 years old. I sent it to him the other day. Do you realize that was your 900th class? It was so good seeing you today. I'll see you tomorrow. How cool is that? Cliff is a retired police officer. He's a man, like a cowboy. Type of guy who's got a cigar in his mouth and his F-150 boomboxing straight up like Elvis shit outside my gym every morning. Every morning. His doctor told him, if you keep up like this, you'll just live forever. That's pretty freaking cool. I get to take this information and I put it directly back into the CRM system. And I just get to give myself little notes. And then next time I communicate with them, I can reference back to that and hit them again with one of these 4 things. Call to action, kudos, check-ins, or celebrations. This is how you will get people to then focus in on the other 23 hours of the day. You get to have real conversations because you're their mentor about showing up and doing the work, sleeping 8 hours a night, drinking 2 to 3 liters water a day, and eating a whole food diet. Now, not only are you talking about them with fitness, but you're having true, genuine conversations about life-changing habit formation. We have a 3% churn in Mid-State CrossFit. I'm from Merced, California. This is not a meaningful socioeconomic area of California. I have 250 athletes. We have 14 adaptive athletes. We have 25 kids. I have 11 staff members. They are all level 2s or higher. I personally have successfully failed my L4. Very proud of that. So I ask you this. Be unreasonable. Who here has read Unreasonable Hospitality? Full extension of the elbow. As you grow, you can't lose the very thing that allowed you the chance to grow. That was my takeaway. Who here read it? What was your takeaway?
Mine is, oh man, I lost it. Call me on the spot, dude.
Okay.
Yeah.
Calaveras, what was your takeaway?
Create relationships.
Create relationships. Anybody else? Who read it?
Opportunities for people to take ownership.
Oh, opportunities for people to take ownership of themselves, of their classes, of their peers. It's pretty cool shit. Anybody else? Who read Unreasonable Hospitality? Full extension of the elbow, go ahead.
We're in the service business, so service your people.
You are in the service business. Means you're going to give of yourself to them. Anybody else? Go ahead.
People will remember how you make them feel.
People will. I don't know if they earned that beer yet. Anybody else? You're hearing this theme. Anybody else have something else? We've been listening a lot today. There's a lot of thoughts inside this room that I'm sure you're doing something similar. But do you have the systems in place that makes this feel daunting or not daunting? I know very well that communicating with 250 athletes and 14 adaptive athletes, patient, care providers, and service coordinators is unreasonable. It takes a lot of effort, consistency, persistence. But just this week, I've communicated with 25 separate individuals, and they don't always respond back. But I leave it open-ended. They know my 4 moves. I am very transparent with them that I am signing up to be your mentor. You're signing up to be my athlete. So when I save their number in my phone, I don't put Joe Schmo. I put Joe Schmo, mid-state athlete. Because that's what they are, and that's how I see them. If you were on a football team, you'd be held accountable to certain responsibilities. They don't know that yet. You have to teach them that. You have to guide them that way. But if you do it, you will have people that are so passionate about what you're doing for them, they'll tell others. And once you're there, once you're at that point where you're part of the local ecosystem, you will get people coming through your doors looking for, they don't know how to articulate it. They just know they're supposed to be doing CrossFit. Because such and such looks amazing. Their AO&C is better. And they look nicer. And you know what? They are nicer. Isn't that weird? We take it all for granted because we forgot about 2012. We can do 2012 over and over and over again. But we get all muckied up. So here's my call to action for you guys. Be unreasonable in how much you care. Be unreasonable in your level of support you show athletes. It's what separates a gym from a community. And it's what separates a transaction from a transformation. So let's hold on to being unreasonable. If you want to know more about how I do that and what it looks like, I brought my little blue notebook from Blue's Clues, known as my iPhone, and I can show you absolutely everything. And you can absolutely repeat this. It's 100% free. Thanks, Dad.